Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin. Thanks for joining us today for an open box video. Please remember to like, share, comment. Anything I have for sale from these coins, we're going to take you around the world. These coins, if they're available, will be down in the linked down in the description of the video. And as always, you can just check out our website anytime. We try to put new inventory up there as it comes in. And I'm excited for taking you around the world with some miners that we send in, including some crackouts. And this guy here, one of my favorite little pieces, as with most coins, you guys, if you've watched a while, understand, I like things that have multiple languages on them. I like things that are unusual. So this has a hole in it. This is 1942 Palestine, 10 mils. And a nice little MS62 coin. And just kind of fun, mid-century modern. Middle Eastern, and something that's probably in that $100 ballpark, something like that. Up next, we've got from the Middle East. We're going to go up to the Isles, up to Great Britain, for an 1860 half penny. I thought this was quite a nice little piece, so I decided to send it in and get it graded. Kind of subdued looking on that side here. Oh, God save the Queen. They have this alignment that is different than ours. So I flipped the coins over the wrong way. It actually has a lot of nice luster on the coin still. Nice little boat action there. You'll recognize some of the symbols that Britain still uses on their silver coin, the Britannia. MS63 brown on that little copper piece. Probably $100 to $150 type coin on that guy. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and try to do those nicely for the engineer. We'll get this going here. Now we're going to go back over the pond from Great Britain. I was going to say England, Great Britain. Staying with the Queen, but moving to North America. We have this Canadian piece, a little 5-cent piece from 1874. They have different types on these. This is the plain 4. On this one also, it's the H mark, mint mark right there. Coin that's a little bit subdued with the toning, but had really nice detail to it. Overall, AU55. That's something that's going to be in that $150 to $200 ballpark. All right, next up I have a pair of caballitos, 1910. Some of the more popular coins from the last several years. The Mexican market's really started to heat up. And coins that used to be $30, $40, $50 are now $100 to $200 coins, including the caballitos, which oftentimes will be $100 to $300. In this one, actually, they called VF details cleaned. You know, a little bit on the bright side on the top, but you can see here a little bit of a high sheen under that toning. In the meantime, you have this guy here who has a little bit more detail to him, but also these guys come really, really flat struck. And so you had one that was a little too bright. This one has a lot more of that original darkness rooting, and it is called stained. So it's like you lose some, you lose some. So I'm laughing because, you know, this one on the right here has, you know, is very original, but, you know, they just called it stained. The one on the left, you know, it definitely had a cleaning a long time ago. So that's kind of a look when you see that kind of high sheen, high polish look, but then it still has toning. Probably it was cleaned 50 years ago, and then it was just put into an album or something where it retoned naturally over time. Unlike artificial toning, which is, you know, nobody knows what that is. So here we go with a, we're going to keep going. We're just going, we're going one direction here. And heading out farther west is the direction I'm flying globally. Of course, this would be what we call the east. This is what's known as a junk dollar, because this ship on the back is known as a junk, J-U-N-K. Always nice to have a coin with a nickname, right? We just had the caballito, and now we have the junk dollar. These are really cool. So actually similar to the caballito in the fact that it has a lot of flat surface design to it. This has a little bit more relief too, but if you look at the way the water is produced on this coin, it is very much so just with a lot of soft lines. I just think about what it was like to carve one of those out, one of those dies. And then also lots of big open fields here and a very low relief, low design element to the obverse of these coins. This one is an AU58. It has a lot of toning on it and a lot of original look to it. A lot of luster underneath the tone. Kind of a neat piece. Probably in that condition is that $250 to $300 range. Next up is something that you don't see every day and you'll be surprised by, because this is from 2011 from one of my favorite countries. I know it's got the Queen, so everyone's already up in arms, but 2011, this is from the Isle of Man. Isle of Man, one of my favorite little countries there. You've got your, oh gee, come on, Triske. I'm trying to remember what the three legs are. Anyway, this is kind of an interesting piece. This is from the Youth, the Commonwealth Youth Games, a commemorative coin. I don't know how many of these they made, but not a lot, and they're pretty popular. They actually trade for like $300, probably because it's a coin with a cat on it. Cat coin collectors, they're their own breed, and that is an MS65 on that. That is a customer's coin, and he will be tickled. Not by me, I mean just the coin. So here we got a 1799. This one is also 1792, pardon me. This one is also not my coin. This one I sent in for a customer. This one has a lot of chop marks on this Carlos IV. Mexico 8 real. One of my favorite types of things to look at are the chop marks, just to see where it's been. Of course, you may notice already it has a real high sheen to it. That is a problem. Unk details polished, VF details polished. I don't know where I got unk details from, but polished, chop marked. But the customer knew ahead of time that that coin was cleaned, but wanted to go ahead and get it in a holder. So there it is. 1888, Zacatecas. We're coming back to the Americas here. Zacatecas, the ZS Mint Mark 1888. Good luck on an 8 real. The Phrygia cap. There we go. I said a fancy word. Libertad. You know, and on some early U.S. coins, you'll see the Liberty cap, a symbol dating back millennia. This one actually has a really nice bit of artwork to it, not only just the design, which is popular, but this one comes with really well engraved and well struck eagle's feathers on there, and a nice bit of luster on that coin, MS62, and overall a pretty attractive looking piece. That guy, we might end up auctioning. I think that's $250 to $300 on that one. Next up is one that I'm actually kind of disappointed in, and way to bury the lead. So you'll see the design change a little bit when you get to these pesos. So instead of the 8 real, it switched over to the peso. Oh boy, here I go. Guanajuato. I think that's Guanajuato Mint. They have, you know what, if you really are bored with trying to do get all the Morgan dollars with by date and mint mark combination, go ahead and just try hitting that sweet spot of 8 reals and un pesos for Mexico. You got a couple more mints to worry about. Anyways, unk details cleaned. I don't agree on that one. I think that's a nice, just a nice unk coin. Really just a nice original coin to me, but but I am not going to spend the time to mess with it. We'll probably put it up just on eBay auction and let it ride at Pretty Coin. One Peso, back to the ZS, back to the Zacatecas, back to the beach, y'all. Here's 1901 on this guy, and you've got another coin that has similar look to that 8 real. You see just kind of a nice gentle flowing luster. And I did mention the strike previously, and I'm going to compare these two coins, this one and the previous one, for that overall strike quality. The design elements, you can see how well struck up this is in the center of the coin. This guy probably also in that 250 range, but let's look at the saucer that is the center of this coin here. And that flat breast, that is all from strike, that is not wear. You know, you can kind of see just how the luster rolls over the breast feathers. And so lots of different countries and lots of different time periods have strike issues. One more probably going up for auction here on this guy, 1919, 50 centavos. This was from an old album that I got in quite some time ago and just thought it was a cool looking coin. It had a nice kind of purple hue to it, a little bit of tone. I thought it was interesting looking. AU55. All right, so the Crackouts, I gotta tell you right now, this is the second time this month this has happened where I don't actually have the original labels. And so I just had my notes that I had. And so I don't know if there's some conspiracy going on, if there's like some numismatic elf on the shelf that's wreaking havoc while I'm gone. I'm not sure if I had these previewed in a video previously or not. I got these, I think I bought these way back at the Tucson show. In fact, I'm pretty sure. So that would have been many months ago. That would have been almost, that would have been 5 months ago, and sent them back off. So what's fun is we had, these were all in modern annex holders. And we have two of, I believe, the same date here on the little half reals from Mexico. And then this Peruvian piece, this was actually in a PCI holder. PCI holder here, 1820. And it was an XF45 holder. And I thought that's just a really, really nice coin because it actually has luster flowing over the design elements. Kind of got a cool gritty look to it. PCI XF45, and here's the cool little mint mark here. That it looks like it says me or may or my, and that is all of the different letters that spell Lima just kind of squished together, artistically like. Lima, Peru, 1 real. Yeah, really nice looking piece, and especially on the reverse, you can see all the luster on there. So it went from an XF coin to AU details cleaned, which is a womp, not a great look. We'll see what happens with that coin. Might still, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. Other than the fact that I don't always like losing money. All right. So these were fun. I really liked both of these coins a lot. So this was in an Annex AU58 and an Annex AU50 holder. And so talking about strike and luster and whatnot, this little guy here, 1859. You know, it has this real flatness over the surface, but also it has, I think, what you would call complete and total luster over the top when it rolls there. So we went from an AU50 to an MS62, and I just thought this was a real pretty coin on that little half real. Probably, what did I say on that guy? I think that trades for about 275, maybe 250. This one really blew me away because it was an AU58, and I thought that coin is just gorgeous. It's hard to make out the half real. It looks like it says 1 real, but that's actually a 1/2. Here we go. See if we can get a little closer. Don't be shy. Mexico City Mint, that's the MO. 1859. Undoubtedly just a little mini hoarder. These guys came out. Got graded at the same time. I'm going to go in here again with my 20 power and just see. Kind of nice. You can actually see the entire snake over the bird. Obviously, sometimes those are completely obliterated depending on the strike quality. And this one I just thought was really gorgeous. AU58 goes to an MS64. That one I think is probably a $300 or $400 coin in MS64. I'll have to do a little bit more research on it, but overall, we had some crackouts that worked today, which is always kind of fun. I don't actually do it to lose money, so you know, but sometimes we do it just for the fun of it and to enjoy on the channel together. Thanks so much for watching. As always, you can subscribe, click the notification bell if you want to know when we actually have our videos coming out, because they come out almost every day. And as always, leave your comments and share with a friend. Thanks for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek.